Hey guys! It's been a while since my last top 5 list and this currently the only one I could come up with. Anyway, today we talk about board games. I loved playing board games while going through childhood, it's easily one of my favorite pastimes. These days I don't spend any time with them because it's just not a focus for me. One day I will play board games again, but that won't be anytime soon. Anyway, let's get into the list of my top 5 favorite board games I played in my childhood. Number 5. Battleship. Most of my experiences with this game took place with one of the summer day camps I went to in childhood. I enjoyed the game, it was an interesting guessing game. You never knew where those ships were, but it was such a thrill trying to find the right spots to send the missiles to. When I was 11, I even competed for a trophy and made it to the champion round. Unfortunately I lost and I felt pretty salty about it and it put me in a bad mood. Aside from that experience, it's easily one of the best board games I ever played. Number 4. Clue. This board game is literally about solving a murder mystery, and yet it was totally okay for my child self to play it. At least it was about solving a murder rather than committing it. So I did enjoy playing this game. The mystery solving aspect was definitely fun for me. I definitely felt some sort of thrill from it. I also always liked the design of the board. It's very colorful, which is not what I expect in a game about murder. I don't have much else to say about Clue, but I did really like it. Number 3. Monopoly. Everyone knows this board game, if not most people. There are numerous versions of this game, not including a RockaPeteDX edition, that will never happen. I only had the regular Monopoly and Monopoly Junior. I mostly played the Junior version and I loved it. I was always excited to pick up a chance card, you never knew what you would get. I always felt that the fake money looked very appealing. I would even play with it outside of the board game, like it would be part of some pretend game or something. I even had a Monopoly Junior game for PC which I always had fun with. I would totally play it again if I could. Number 2. The Game of Life. Oh yes, I did play this in my childhood. Of course I had to include it on this list. You never knew what would happen in each game, and that's what would make me want to play it, and the game looks so appealing. I haven't played it in years, but I would love to play it again one day. It was such an exciting board game for me to play. It's one of the best fun family games in my opinion. Before getting to my number 1 board game, I will make some honorary mentions. I will say at least one thing about each game. First there is Candyland. I don't think I played it, but I always thought it looked appealing to me. Next I will mention Trivial Pursuit. I admit I didn't know all the answers, but I loved it for teaching me things I didn't know. Then there is Connect 4. It's a simple game and it satisfied me whenever I would win. Next is Checkers. It also a simple game which is also satisfying to win at. Then there is Chess. It's like checkers but with more rules, which made it the more exciting board game for me. I also remember Guess Who? I just really liked the concept of this game. And I can't forget about Scrabble. I always enjoyed trying to put words together. There was also Payday. I don't remember much about this one, but I know that I did like it. Then there is Trouble. It was definitely fun to play. And lastly, Twister. I liked it for the amusement of going into weird positions. It was also amusing to see other people going into the weirdest positions. And number 1. Snakes and Ladders. I feel like this game represents life more than the game of life. When you have a goal that you want to reach, along the way, you may run into some setbacks. In other words, you have slid down the snake. This board game has always been a lot of fun for me. I would always hope not to land on snake tiles, but one bad dice roll and it was going to happen. But when there is dice, there is a mix of both bad luck and good luck. The more bad luck you got, the longer the game would last, and that's one thing I loved about this game. In a way it was kind of addicting for me. It was definitely a board game that got me feeling the most excited out of any board game. That's why it's my number 1 favorite board game of all time. And that's it for this video. What are your favorite board games? Let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos to come.